Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Skywind007. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at this. This is the Crosman F4 break barrel air rifle, which is supposed to be quiet fire. It's supposed to have a quiet fire, and it has a sound suppression technology, which I'm assuming is this thing that kind of looks like a sound suppressor or silencer, whatever you want to call it. It has a 2-stage adjustable trigger, so I'm not going to mess with that. I hope it comes adjusted out of the box. And it has a very plain looking 4x32 millimeter scope. So based on the appearance of this thing, it's supposed to have more accuracy. Somewhere it says that it was more accurate. I don't know. Oh, there we go. 25% more accurate. 70% less noise. Because it has a nitro piston in there. So it doesn't have a spring. It has a nitro piston, like a gas with nitrogen in it. I don't know if that's true, but I hope they're telling the truth. I am going to be comparing it to this guy right here. This is the Norica Goliath 88, which I have already reviewed, and I believe is one of the best guns ever made. But that's just my opinion. You might hate it. But they kind of look similar, in my opinion, so they might be related somehow. So who cares? So let's open it up and let's see what's inside. And my main purpose for this video and this review is to test this quiet fire stuff that they're talking about. I'm not going to be paying too much attention to accuracy or speed. I don't have any way of measuring speed. So it says 1200 feet per second. I'm assuming that's real. And I'm assuming everything else is true, but I'm not going to be focusing on that. I'm just going to be paying attention to this right here, quiet fire. Because when you have neighbors and you don't want all that noise, so let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, so one recommendation I do have from personal experience is that whenever you open one of these, assume that it's been loaded, and by loaded I mean that it's been flexed and it's ready to fire, because I've seen I know people sometimes return these and they return them in the loaded position, so you can accidentally hurt yourself with one of these, especially if there's a pellet in there. So just be careful when you open this up. Okay, so this is what you get out of the box. It's a very simple design, nothing special about it. Kind of dirty. It's like I don't know. But anyway, it comes with this. This, I'm assuming it's the scope mount. Well, it's that, whatever that is. And the scope is over here, so let me open it up. So it's held in place by a rubber band, so that's kind of weird. Okay, so here's our scope. Like I said, the scope is not adjustable, so it's a very cheap. This company Crosman is not a fancy company at all. So, and it's a very cheap materials right here. And that's it. Kind of heavy. My Goliath. Yeah, that's a big problem right there, the length. So up to that point, they're about the same, and then you look at that, and it's just a problem. It's way too long. So I definitely like the Goliath, the Norica Goliath better than this one in appearance. Let's go to the garage and let's start shooting. Alright folks, so this is our sound meter right here. This is going to tell us how the rifle performs in terms of noise level. So when you make a noise, it'll register it right away in decibels. Okay folks, so we are in the garage already. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to be shooting at this. This is our meter right here. That's going to measure the sound level. And we have the ammo right here. So we got two choices. We got the Norica or the Gamo. So you guys get to choose, and I'm sensing that everybody's going for the Norica. So we will be using the Norica, and I'm going to be setting this aside. Now the two air guns that we're going to be testing are of course the Crosman, which is this one right here, and the Norica Goliath 88, which is this one right here. And guys, just for safety, we are going to be wearing this over our eyes and this to protect our ears. So let's get started. Okay, so that did register maximum 81. So that will be a maximum of 81 with the Crosman. So now let's do the control one, which is the Norica Goliath 88. Let's reset this. So remember, 81, 81.9, so 82. Okay, so it's 74. So that's weird because remember, this one's the regular one. The Crosman is supposed to be quieter. So let's just try again and see what happens. Okay, so it's 80.9. So now let's do the Norica Goliath. Okay, the Goliath. $77.2. So let's just do that one more time. $78.4. $77.3. So I'm going to be doing several attempts off camera and I'll let you know what happens. But for now, let's just have fun. Let's just shoot a little bit. Okay, so now let's just see what the Crosman can do. And let's just have fun. This is just fun. It doesn't mean anything. So let's do that again. Wow. This one just made a small hole. Alright folks, so we have reached the end of this review. As you saw, I did a lot of testing off camera with both of these, and I was measuring the sound level, and consistently this one was quieter, a lot quieter than this one. At one point I had maybe 73 decibels on this one. That was the lowest I had. And this one consistently came out louder, even though it has that nitro piston and it has that muffler or whatever it's called, silencer, that thing over there. I was very surprised to find out that this one that doesn't have any kind of silencing technology came out quieter than that one. And the sound type was about the same. And what I mean by that is that it doesn't twang any better than this one. So they both sound about the same, but this one is louder. I don't know why. I was expecting it to be quiet. It's supposed to have a 70% quieter muffle, whatever that's called. Another problem that this one has, even when we forget the meter and we leave that aside, is the fact that because this one is the scope is so close to the bottom of to the top of the rifle, you have to tilt your head and put it right next to the rifle. So when you fire the gun, your ear is right here. It's literally touching you have to touch the body of the air rifle, and you hear that loud. It's even louder that way. On this one, on the other hand, because this one is so high, so way above the body of the gun, you don't get that vibration into your head and therefore into your ear. So that makes it even better. So it's not just the way the meter can read it, but how you hear it. Because on this one, your ear is a lot closer to the gun than on this one. So this one performs better in just about every sense than this one. So I think it's unfortunate. I was expecting the opposite. I was expecting this one to be way quieter than this one. But it didn't work out that way. Also, this one is shorter. If you see, they're right next to each other. And that one is too long. It doesn't fit in my bag. I have a bag. It's the biggest one I can find, and it doesn't fit. So that might be meaningless, the length to you, but actually, it won't fit everywhere. Let me show you the bag. There's the bag. So this rifle's not going to fit in there, although this one will. So when you go outside and you have the barrel of a rifle sticking out, people are going to be looking at you funny. They're going to think you're up to something. So that was another disappointment. And lastly, this one, the Norica has a extendable butt plate. Let me show it to you. Like that. You can make it longer if you want. This one you cannot, so you're stuck with that. And also I found that the trigger was kind of annoying on the Crosman, yet the Norica had a much better trigger for some reason. It's kind of thicker, so it's more comfortable with the finger on it. And this one has an automatic safety, so that's kind of cool when it's automatic. This one you got to be careful. If you forget, you can hurt yourself because it's not automatic. You have to keep setting it every time you need to. And of course, this one has the accessory mount over here and over here on both sides. And the Crosman does not have any. It only has the scope mount, but it doesn't have any accessory mount. Overall, the clear winner is the Norica Goliath 88, and the clear loser is the Crosman. So I'm very disappointed with Crosman. Their products are not that great. They are cheap, so that's one good thing about them. They're cheap, but they're not that great. So sorry, Crosman. I hope y'all improve your product. So anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe and thumbs up.